everything changes.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome into the Rockstarflipper YouTube channel. Number 20 of 100 awesome items. I know it's been a week since I did these, but of course I had a lot going on with eBay Open coming up, and I had to get everything scheduled and done. So I'm going to continue making these videos, try to get up as many of them as I can until we hit number 100. And today we're going to talk about an eBay item which is also available on Poshmark, but not really on Amazon unless you have a hookup or a supplier. It's suit jackets and sport coats, because there are quite a few of you that sell a lot of these, and I'm going to show you the one that I have here, and also I'll take you over to Solds to do a little bit of research on what they sell for and sell-through rates, and show you how to look for the ones that you are selling. Now, the thing about suit jackets, be warned, there are tons of different styles. There's 2-button, 3-button, 2-pocket, 4-pocket, all kinds of blazers and sport coats that you should be on the lookout for. I'm only going to display one of them here for you. I own like 3 of them. 2 of them are exactly the same, and 1 of them is a little bit different, but I'll show you this one. And then when we go over to Solds, I'll show you some of the differences. Now, what's important about that is the price. You could have an exact brand and an exact year, but because it's 2-button versus 3-button or double-breasted versus not, it could be a difference in $20, $30, $40. So you do have to be careful on that. Just because you could sell something for $40 or $50 because it's double-breasted or 3-buttoned, it might not be worth quite as much if it's the other one, and vice versa. So always pay attention to those. If you don't know a lot about men's sports coats or jackets, it's really quick and easy to research. I'll leave a link down below. There is a site that shows you a little bit, but you can also Google more of like the differences. I know some of them, even I'm not an expert on them. I know quite a few of them though. So this is a particular one that is a 2-button, and of course that's very easy because, well, it has 2 buttons on the front, and you always see guys button their 2 buttons. Of course, if it's a 3-button, you would be able to see the difference. Now this is a Calvin Klein 100% wool sport coat jacket. This came in a set. So something like this, Calvin Klein, not very, very high end. It's not Armani, it's not Burberry. This kind of jacket probably cost me about $150 or $200 with the set. On a used market, it's probably worth about 40 bucks, maybe 50, probably not, probably more like 40 because it's 100% wool. But you could pick this up at a thrift store. If you got it for $5 or $6 and sold it for 40, you could make yourself $20 or $25. So something you want to look for in jackets is wool does good, a lot of vintage, odd looking ones, like a bright green one that looks like the Masters when the golf tournament, when they win that, they get the green jacket. Sometimes those do really good, sometimes gold, sometimes white. All kinds of different ones. You have to look up the brands and the styles and things to comp them out like you would anything else. But for the most part, you should be able to average 30 to 40 and up on sport jackets. So you want to try to target them between $1 and $10 and sell them for 30 to 40 up to 50. And then if you happen upon one of those high-end ones, an Armani or a Burberry, and you start selling for $100, $200, $300, then so be it. Otherwise, just expect an average sale price of 30, 35 bucks. Let's go over to Solds. I'll show you a few of these for item number 20, which is sport coats and jackets on 100 awesome items. And as always, if you guys are interested in all 700 items with target buy prices, target sell prices, notes, what to do, how to do, everything from clothing to shoes to electronics to home goods, antiques, retro, vintage, everything is on this list. 11 guides, they're emailed to you automatically 7 days a week. Whenever you buy it, if it's 4 o'clock in the morning and you want it, you can get the entire bundle of guides right down below. It'll be link number 1. It is 25 bucks, and pretty much any item on the list can make you back that profit. If you don't know about it and it teaches you how to buy and sell that item, then you can profit on that, and the rest are all gravy. So use that link below, make sure you get it. It's also part of my entire mentoring program. If you get the mentor program with the coaching calls and all the training videos, you'll also get all of those guides. That'll be the second link down below. So either of those are available to you, and I appreciate it, and thank you to everyone who does pick them up. I'll work with you, I'll make you money, and we'll do good things. So let's jump over to my computer and check out the Solds.
Okay, so here we go with men's suit jacket. I went and searched for used, and in America, of course, these are actives. There are 48,000 listings. Now you've got everything from Armani to Brooks Brothers, Express, Igara, Ralph Lauren. You've got all the normal brands that you would expect, to see. I'm sure there's Michael Kors. I'm sure there's Calvin Klein, all kinds of different brands. And 48,000 total listings, 48,366. And if you go to Solds, this is 90 days, almost 11,000 of them. So about 59, almost 60,000 total with 11,000 sold. not too bad. You're talking about a 19-20% sell-through rate. Somebody can do the math for me on that off the top of my head. But 19-20% is not incredible. It's not bad. You know, I'm looking, a lot of people always ask me, what are you looking for in a sell-through rate, percentage, whatever. You know, if something's under 20%, it's probably a slower item. If it's 20% to 25 up to 30, it's probably middle line. Anything over 30% sell-through rate is probably a good selling item. Now, the problem with sport coats are there's so many sizes, makes, models, conditions, all that kind of stuff that you can't really go off the entire consensus of the entire category. So while the entire category has about a 20% sell-through rate, and I think that has something to do with people going to Men's Warehouse and going into stores to get them tailored and whatnot, it is kind of hard to buy a suit coat off of eBay. But here's where it gets a little bit better. So if we just look up something like an Armani suit, there's 1,200 listed, 1,250, and then we come over and 350 have sold. Now that's not terrible. Again, that's a little bit higher. That's probably 20-21%. But if you start going through things like Brooks Brothers and Armani and Colazione and all this stuff, you will find that some of these suit jacket brands and some of the size combinations will go up to 25 and 30% sell-through rates for 90-day count. So while you may see a suit jacket average be, you know, for every 1,000 that are listed, 200 will sell over 90 days. You might find combinations like maybe Armani 38Rs, if we did just a search for those, you know, only have 200 listed, but over the last 90 days, you know, 50% of them have sold, you know, 200, and then we'll say 200 others have sold. So there were 400 listed and 200 of them sold. So you have to look at those specific ones. You can get an idea from the category, but you also want to go and look at the specific, you know, brand and the size combinations that you have. If you come over to Sellhound, now here's the other part, not just figuring out, you know, that you found an item that's profitable, that you found an item that has a good sell-through rate. Try to get an idea of what it's called a carrying cost. And so we look at eBay Armani suit jackets, and also when you look up sport coats, the sell-through rate actually goes up a little higher. So on average, suit jackets and sport coats combined are actually more like 22-23%, so not bad. eBay Armani suit jackets are at about $59 listed and 67 sold. So you can expect to get somewhere between $60 and $65 on most of the jackets. And if they're good sizes, good combos, it could be 70, 80, 90 bucks. So with that said, if you're only paying, you know, $5 or less, even if the sell-through rate's a little slower, you'd be happy to hold on to something like this for a couple months because, you know, if you're going to make $35, $40 on it, that's not bad. You know, if it sells in a week or two, great. If it sells in a month, great. If it takes 3 or 4 months, not too bad, good to go. Now, if your average sale price was only $40 or $35 or $30 and you're paying $5, $6, $7, now you're only going to make 15 or 20, you need to be a little bit more careful with the sell-through rate. You don't want to hold something for 9 months or a year that might only make $15, $10. You know, I know some people like to stock up their stores and they don't care, and that is what it is. But you know, it's one thing if you have 1,000 items that are selling at a sell-through rate where, you know, you're selling 200, 300 items a month versus you have 1,000, 1,200 items and you're only selling 1 or 2 a day. All of a sudden now you have a problem. Yeah, those 1 or 2 might make you 40 or 50 bucks a pop. The problem is you're not selling enough of them to get your numbers up. Hopefully this makes sense to everyone. So you have to balance how much profit you can make on an item versus how long it would expect for you to sell it. Now, suit jackets are kind of that middle of the line item, but if you learn them and you have a knowledge of the brands and the styles and the materials and the price points, you can certainly put enough suit jackets. You can stock up, you know, 1 or 2 or 3 a week. Every week you go out sourcing, you find a couple, and after a little while, a couple weeks, couple months, you'll have 40, 50, 60 suit jackets, and you'll be selling a couple of them every week, and you'll be making some money. So again, another item you can add to the list. It's item number 20 on our 100 awesome items. Once again, if you want an entire collection of items to look for, including and above and beyond these suit jackets, it is available down below. Make sure you hit the links, pick them up. They're automatically emailed 24 hours a day whenever you get them, whenever you watch this video. The first link will be for the 11 guides, which contain 700 items. That's 25 bucks, and it will more than pay for itself in any one of the items that you find that you never knew about. And if you want the entire collection of guides along with the training videos, coaching, mentoring, and everything else, coaching calls that I offer, that will be the second link. Instead of spending 25 on just the guides, spend 99 and get the entire collection, entire program down below. Use that second link for that. So enjoy the video, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time.